What's up, guys? Coach Carl with your all's how-to today. For our how-to, we're going to talk about finding our target heart rate. So just knowing, when you're out there on the fitness floor, when you're working out, making sure that you are getting the most bang for your buck. If you have a particular goal in mind, especially from a cardiovascular standpoint, but not even only that, if you're out there doing circuit training, some type of HIIT training, that you know that you're hitting those ranges and that target and what you're trying to go for and getting the most out of your workout. So first of all, another good thing to know is your resting heart rate. On average, where we want to see that resting heart rate fall, anywhere from 60 to 80. Heart rate ranges can honestly go all the way down to 40. I've seen resting heart rates around 40 for those who are very, very cardiovascular trained, like marathon runners and such. It can also go all the way up to 100. Once it starts getting over 100 as far as resting heart rate is concerned, a little bit of concern there. To find your resting heart rate, the best way to get an accurate reading is to get it first thing in the morning before you roll out of bed, getting that radial pulse there at the carotid, or if you have a fitness tracker and can monitor it that way. But that's going to give you your most accurate resting heart rate. Another way to get it, if you want to find out, sit quietly for about 15-20 minutes, really control your breathing, bring that heart rate down into kind of a rested state, haven't consumed any caffeine, that kind of thing. It's going to give you a good idea of where that resting heart rate is. But generally, we want to see that fall between 60 and 80 beats per minute. So from there, now that we've covered that, a little bit of target heart rate. How do we find this target heart rate? Well, for target heart rate, it's based off of your heart rate max percentage. For moderate intensity exercise, we're trying to get that to fall between 50 and 70%, give or take. And for high intensity exercise, we're trying to get that to fall around 70 to 85%. So how do we find that? It's a percent of our heart rate max. We need to figure out our heart rate max. For the purposes of the day, how do we do that? 220 minus your age is how you get that age predicted heart rate max. Now, granted, this is not 100% like this is what it is. For instance, I'm 32, my heart rate max should be somewhere around 188. I know for a fact that I've had my heart rate up, because I monitor it, almost around 200. So it's giving you a prediction of where that heart rate max should be, just to give you a starting point. And it's a good place to start from if you're not fully aware of where your heart rate max may actually be. So we're gonna go with a 30-year-old. So we're gonna go with 220 minus 30, which would give us a heart rate max of 190. We're then gonna take that 190 and we're gonna multiply it by these percentages. So with a 30-year-old age predicted heart rate max of 190 times 0.5 gives us at the low end of that range 95. 190 times 0.7, 70%, 133. So if this 30-year-old is trying to do moderate intensity exercise, they want to try and have their heart rate somewhere between 95 and 133 beats per minute. If they're wanting to do more high intensity training, we do the exact same thing. We take that age predicted heart rate max, which is 190, multiply by 0.7, multiply by 0.85. That gives us a heart rate range anywhere between 133 and 162, give or take, for that high intensity training. So again, this is something real simple that you can do. If you've got one of those heart rate monitors, you can be tracking that, try to fall within there depending on whether you're trying to do moderate, high intensity, try and go back and forth, whatever you want to do there. As well, you can take that pulse there at the carotid, radial pulse, having you do it, making sure you're getting the most out of your workout. Hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to see myself or any staff member. Happy to answer any questions that you have concerning this or any other topics. Have a great day.